the pub where it's level 25, and you just get perma-stunned by
Also
it.
with the new refresher shard for Roche, because like you get this late game free refresher, it's kind of insane.
Yeah, I saw Jimmy Demon Ho doing the pub where he had refresher ags on Luna at like 30 minutes in and got a rampage. Just killed everybody.
No-Tail did it. He had it at a tournament. Which
he
one
bought
was
the
that?
actual refresher, right? Or was it the refresher shard?
I think he had he did a
he
no, he did a triple.
Yeah.
He did a triple. He didn't need all three.
That was at Dream League, I think, maybe.
Was it? I don't remember exactly.
The
what
new Talon, it's like 7,200 damage. Yeah, it's like 7,200 damage. It's insane.
He didn't even. He used two of them. Everyone kind of died, and he just threw the third one out.
BM third one.
Sounds like a meme strat, but
so
it actually works.
If you have a shard and a refresher orb, which one do you use first? Use the orb first?
It doesn't. I don't think it really matters.
No, I'm saying like if you're only going to use one, use the orb first.
Yeah, you use the orb. You keep the shard.
Yeah, you keep the shard. Yeah.
Yeah, keeping the shard till later is game winning. That's actually. I mean, speaking of that other tournament, like Empire in the Aces tournament, they didn't use the refresher shard and they ended up winning because of double serpent wards at the end of the game.
Okay.
He held on to it for like 25-30 minutes.
OG actually had a similar game where Fly had the refresher shard on the Shaman as well.
Yep. We've been seeing a lot of that one for the Shaman. It's fun.
Probably like on the top 5, I would say, in a lot of cases. But here we go. Teams are going to enter the lanes.
Is it an offlane Nyx or is it offlane? Okay, it's offlane Sanking. Oh wait, no, it's offlane Nyx.
Yeah, Sanking's 4. He's blocking mid.
Oh, they're doing a safe lane Nyx. Aggro try?
That is the case. They want to pressure this Chaos Knight. I mean, they've got Wyvern, Luna, Sanking. That's fairly strong. The Sanking not the best stun with the level 1 range, but
I still am not used to FY being offlane.
Yeah.
I like saw his name and I immediately thought he was.
I feel like he's still not really used
Chaos
to
Knight.
it.
I agree.
They seem very uncomfortable.
What is going on with mid? There's a Puck mid. There was a Chaos Knight mid. They weren't sure which lanes to go to. They were waiting to actually see the lanes before they went anywhere.
Yeah, Optic really wants to make sure the CK has a good lane, and he's much better against one hero because he threatens the kill potential. But in tri-lane, CK doesn't pretty much do anything. And Luna, on the other hand, like with her aura, is really powerful. So they're electing to dodge.
This will be nice for FY too. I think he has a pretty big purpose in this game, getting that high levels. If he gets if he can go like 4-4-1 earlier, have just 4 points in mana burn in an early time, it's pretty devastating.
Yeah, absolutely soul-crushing mana burns this game, like with the heroes they have.
Leaves maybe for now in the mid lane up against that Dusa, but start to pressure FY here. Might actually get a first blood. Indeed, they will. PPD scores it.
AACK, yeah.
That new slow is actually a huge deal on the chilling touch. It adds up when you have like 3 different heroes hitting
and
you.
it doesn't slow your attack speed either. So
yeah,
it's actually massive because like CK with that huge backswing when you have AA.
Yep.
Now you don't have to worry about it as much.
Yeah, the new chilling touch is almost like a buff to certain heroes like CK in the laning stage, like even though it does less damage. Yeah, so it's definitely important they put Nyx in the bottom lane though, because if they had put him off lane without the aggro try, he would have been obliterated. Like he wouldn't even be able to get XP.
Yeah, he's still getting that experience despite giving up the kill.
Tough part is it's still not the lanes LGD wanted, and they can't really swap them because if they TP down, Pikehead will TP top.
Yeah, I think they were just basically saying like if we put Nyx top, he will not have a game. So we have to like in the end of the day, we're doing this aggro tri lane, and we're not gonna chase you if you're gonna dodge us.
Tiny farming quite well here mid.
Tiny's so hard to play against Dusa though.
Has the Quelling Blade as well.
Not like in lane, but like once the laning stage is over, Tiny like preys on heroes. Like he wants to threaten kills. And
it's not that many easy kills this game. Like,
yeah,
the Puck's very elusive. The Night Stalker CK very tanky. The Dusa obviously tough to kill, and that just leaves the AA as the.
Yeah, he'll probably look for like a
solo
Blink or a
kill.
Shadow Blade and maybe try to pick off the Puck in pair with the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, I think that's especially when you have like one of these like hard carry heroes like the Luna, like the Deuce, Gyrocopter, something like that.
in danger here. I was gonna dive. Oh, just doesn't quite have the range. Phase
shift
dodges it.
Wait, whoa!
He went for that, but the Lucent Beam still gets in and will secure the kill.
He waited like for quite a long time under the phase shift too. That was oh my goodness, yeah, give me a heart attack.
Yeah, he had a long time to not use that stun.
Meanwhile, bottom FY continues to be pressured here by the tri lane, and he will be frozen fully, put under with the cold feet, and another kill for Optic.
Yeah, we were joking yesterday about like how it feels Batman to play certain heroes against CK, and then we came to this stat like final ruling. It feels bad to play any hero in the lane against CK because you just die with hero just kills you.
He just pulls you completely out of position.
Oh, the toss back. They're going to try for something here on CCNC. They bring in Yao as well. This might be a big kill on the Dusa. 3 heroes surrounding him. No backup in sight. Pops the Fairy Fire. Tries to get back. One more auto attack.
Barely got him.
LGD score a crucial kill.
I mean, this is really important for the Tiny. If you get a big level advantage this game in an early blink, or maybe he'll go drums, because it's just apparently drums is a new item, but he'll be able to run around and actually get some like decent pickoffs for his team.
If he can like if they can continuously run at the Dusa in the early game, and then Luna has like an early Master Madness, they can definitely have their timing come online way before Optics. So that's like you said, that's very important that they get the level advantage because Tiny falls off so hard against Medusa.
Yeah.
Well, Optic are going to make some adjustments here. They feel like that bottom lane is quite secure. Nighttime is hit, and they move Hasted AA. Night Stalker roaming in on maybe. Behind him sits the Wyvern.
I think probably the important thing too is if they can actually get the snowball going for the Tiny, and then if they can take 1 or 2 of those early tier 1s, they get access into the Ancients. I think that's always like the biggest thing versus Dusa. They have Nyx, they have Sanking, they have pretty good heroes to fight around that Ancient.
And then the main thing is they also have like the hard carry to capitalize on them running around as 4, just like chasing the Dusa. And that's like in the other game we saw from Sacred where they had a Tiny. The Tiny like not only had to be the one farming, but also the one killing people. So that made it more difficult. But in this game, the Tiny like his only job is to put a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It feels a lot nicer when you're the Tiny. You don't have to be like the full hard carry.
Especially versus this draft. So many ways to kite him and control him.
These tossbacks.
Big tossback by maybe. The follow-up coming through. I'll slow him down, and then Burrow Strike, commit heavily for CCNC. Again, not getting the backup, and they will bring him down once more. The gank squad is headed towards top, where they look to take out this isolated Luna. As the noose will descend, Ame tries to run away, and no chance of that, so core's being traded around the map.
Yeah, the kill heroes are being given good lanes, and the farming heroes are having a rough time.
Starting to slip a bit behind in the CS department as well, the Luna and Dusa, compared to their counterparts.
Pretty much 3 bottom.
I think both teams have to have both supports moving around as a unit just to get those kills on the map.
Yeah, both supports go really well together. Like
yeah, alone they can't find the kills, but with both of them, for sure. Here they go again, Sanking and Wyvern. There's some opportunity of just taking bounty runes. That is.
Those are the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna play safe on CK. He knows somebody's bottom because the bounty rune's gone. That's one reason I love checking for bounty runes because you're either gonna get a bounty rune or you're gonna know one of the supports is bottom.
This could be a juicy kill for maybe.
He's maxing Avalanche.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the 2-2 build, but not just maxing straight up Avalanche first.
It's always interesting because like if you look at the scaling, Avalanche like goes up in 60 every level, but Toss goes up at 75. So
Avalanche also has the longest cooldown too.
Yeah, that's why I always thought like Toss was a bit better.
Yeah, I've seen like 141, I've seen 114, and now we're seeing the 4.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see why. Maybe he feels like he needs to set up the kill for Sanking, so he's gonna toss Avalanche. He's gonna throw out an Avalanche every single time anyway.
So LGD, they did see Soxa roaming around here, I believe, with that ward, but tough hero to catch. Yeah. So they kind of head back to the bottom lane. They have made the adjustment now. Luna no longer in the off lane. He's trying to protect their farm, but Pycat gets the extra illusion, pulls him right in, and QQQ gets decapitated. Almost a solo kill there by Pycat.
That was surprising that they like just casually walk into a CK lane like that, because CK's a lane, like you saw with the Nyx, he just started, like all CK does is kill you if you come to his lane, so you either need 3 heroes or pretty much 0.
Luna is in a bad spot with the puck bot.
They're going to commit for this one too. Orbiting forward, gets off the silence, the coil dropped as well, but the counterplay, nice burrow strike by Yao, is going to find him at least one. The Tiny comes in, it's a trap that LGD
got Eclipse now too.
They get 2, they might get 3. The fog play by Zydo trying to get out. Orbiting to the north, and he is going to jaunt to it. Still Yao in pursuit, maybe looking to cut him off at the pass through the trees, salving up. A merry chase that Zai has led them on, but Yao finds him at the last second here, gets off the sides, orbs away again, the burrow strike whips! Zai running rings around LGD, and he'll get out to safety.
That was pretty sick.
That was nice, yeah. Really nicely done with that salve.
LGD did react well to that dive, though.
Yeah, they were ready for it. It really looked like they were in such a bad spot once that lane ward got planted.
Eclipse did get wasted though.
Yeah.
He was trying to get it on people, but yeah.
That looked like a spot where like the Luna was literally saying like, I'm gonna get dove, like be ready. And they just immediately TP'd.
The really tough part about that dive was that Luna was level 5 until they got the kills.
Yeah, he was like a sliver from 6.
And I think Optic like dove for that exact reason, so
yeah,
it's really nice for LGD that when they get the first kill, he's able to get the Eclipse even if it didn't work out there.
Medusa was farming while the Tiny rotates though, so it looks like starting to stack some Ancients and work on that.
There's the drums.
So he did go drums.
There you go.
I knew it.
Everyone goes
Everyone
drums.
just goes drums now. It's Treads drums.
Treads drums into Blink or Shadow Blade.
Yeah. Good item. It's always good for your teammates, especially if you want to be running around as 4.
Yep.
They want to be making space for the Luna. Everyone just moves faster.
And Tiny's rich.
No toss back this time. They did actually have the reinforcements in the neighborhood, but there's a ward here scouting out Yao as he TPs in, and they are going to smoke something Optic might detect. Just from all those heroes missing on the map.
How's their support levels doing at 9 minutes?
It's going to toss in Sanking, it looks like.
4 and 4 on Optic, 5 and 5 on LGD.
Radiant's middle tower may need a hand.
I'm going to get a ward down for the Ancients and probably try to find a kill with this smoke.
Yep.
Well, they're going to
steal the Ancients too.
Scout those out.
Radiant's bottom
but they head towards top instead, and Optic seem to be well aware of this. They're hiding behind the trees.
That mid-tier 1 had a creep wave pushed on it, and no one was farming it or defending, so it's very obvious to Optic that
now
the smoke happened.
So we'll go for the blink next.
This gives Zai an opening bottom. He's going to cut the wave, drag them to the neutrals.
Luna's not in an ideal spot right now, though, on the net worth. There's already 1,000 behind CK. This is a hero that you pretty much need to play at an ahead factor with gold. Otherwise, you feel like you're super behind.
Yeah, she's a hero that, if she's not scared of dying, farms really fast. So
yeah.
if she's behind like this, her farm speed's incredibly limited because Optic's going to look to threaten kills.
Part of the problem is also Nyx is behind. He doesn't have his arcane boots yet. He hasn't really started to move around the map, finding any pickoffs for his team. This is kind of the point where you'd say, Nyx, go find some kills for us or go make some plays.
LGD, they may have bitten off more than they can chew. Yao goes invis, but the dust is waiting for him, and Yao is likely to pay here. Good cold embrace, slowing things down, but Zai looking for more on the backside, gets off the coil. Does follow-up stun, scores the kill, and still the Nyx held in position. We'll be able to squirm his way back to safety.
Wyvern TP'd out of the coil, too. It could have been close if...
That was a pretty ambitious dive by LGD. At
Mm-hmm.
least 10 seconds of chase.
Especially when they go for those type of dives without the Tiny. Their biggest thing right now, especially at this moment in time, is having the Tiny show up for those, because they don't have Sanking Epicenter. They now have Curse, but they didn't have that extra bonus damage.
I think it's funny between the two games. Like the first game, all the farming cores had a really good start, and so the game was like really fast paced and ended like 25 minutes in. But in this game, all the farming heroes are like getting pressured a lot, while the killing heroes are running around killing people. So everything, I feel like the game's going to kind of slow down. It's not going to slow down in regards to kills, and then it's going to take longer for all the heroes to hit their timings. So I think that favors Optic. This type of game.
Yeah.
Because Luna's win condition, in my opinion, was to be more farmed than the Medusa.
Yeah, and you take buildings. You know, you
CC
take the
and
tier
C's
1s
already
away.
clearing ancient stacks.
This hero, I mean, this is the fact that this is able to be done at level 9 with phase boots is pretty insane.
Yeah, it doesn't even have the plus damage yet.
He doesn't have plus damage. He doesn't have the Mask of Madness.
It is pretty crazy because it's like Ancients have mana now too, so you're just always full mana on a Medusa whenever you're doing
you
these.
heal yourself.
Oh, they get Zoxa here though. Out, good silence. Maybe not dead. Maybe going for the chase as well. Toss up, scores the kill.
They had to mix under the tier 1 as well. So.
Ame died.
Yikes.
From PPD, I guess his eyes ulti.
He's so vulnerable to dying all game. Like A +1 like between the puck and CK kills the Luna. That's just so hard to play.
Running FYN as well. Really do want to try and limit the Dusa, but
He already finished that Ancient. He's got Mask of Madness coming on the courier, I'm pretty sure already.
Yeah, he does.
yeah, they need to take this tower down. They do have the ward up. Maybe they can contest that second ancient stack. But I imagine Optic are going to bring numbers.
He went Yasha instead, okay.
Chasing out maybe.
Similar farming.
Pycat trying to get in range, won't quite be there.
Maybe he wants to go for the Lincolns because of the Nyx mana burn, as well as like pretty much everything that happens.
Just enough damage.
Yep, the Nyx Tiny, we were talking about that, gonna look to kill the puck.
Yep. It's their job. I mean, they gotta do something to get space for this Luna.
Yep. They gotta make space also for the Sand King, who's farming a blink dagger.
Yeah.
It felt like part of the Nick's Tiny being able to pressure, get these kills, was also being able to take these early objectives, or at least contest the Ancients, which hasn't happened at all. CCNC's had kind of uncontested farm at the bottom Ancients, now these top Ancients, and...
Yeah, they get the ward up, but they're not trying to pressure him.
I think
because Luna's trying to catch up so much.
Yeah, I was gonna say is like the Luna kind of became a liability where the Tiny, who was like snowballing the mid lane, was only level 7 at like 11 minutes in because he was so busy responding to the dives and stuff on Luna. Because even though they got 2 kills, like that mid tower's still standing, so they can't really contest the Ancients as well.
Yeah. If Luna was having a good game, you'd be bringing Luna in with the smoke
Yes,
Eclipse
exactly.
to actually come and fight at the Ancients, try and take a team fight. Instead, we're not seeing this Eclipse used offensively in any way. He used one defensive one that hit nothing, and he's not even trying to go with his team to use a second one.
Yeah.
Almost a 2,000 net worth disparity between those 2 carries now.
Yeah, that's really grim for the Luna. How do you feel about him going for Midas here on Nyx Assassin in this game? I know he wants his levels for the mana burn things, but
I think he has to have items this game to like win late. Like it's one of those. I agree. Like maybe they needed early items to pressure, but at the same time, if this Nyx doesn't scale, I don't see how they win. It's like when you look at net worths, you have to think of like how well that hero is gonna do in this game. And I just think like I look at Tiny, and I don't think he's gonna have a good game in regards to like how he scales against Dusa and CK. CK like honestly can shred you with like level 15 and that talent and like an armlet.
Oh, they have seen Pycat and Yao Yao going to start it off with the Burrow Strike follow-up Avalanche. And now clubbing him. Pop the drums. Does have the ult. Only gets the 1 illusion. Quickly cursed, put under. His own illusion turned against him now. Slowly bringing him down. A follow-up Burrow Strike required, and a long last LGD will score the kill.
I figured when he had ult, his team was like there to help him, but
what a commitment it took, though. Meanwhile, the Luna's just like a quick explosion.
FY gets hit by a split shot there, so he knows that they do see him under that sentry.
Dusk gets cracked open, but the rotation is inbound as Yao, moving on to the high ground, is going to force out the Stone Gaze. Burrows his way into that. CCNC will back off, and you can already see that looks like Optic might even want to try and steal some Ancients here.
They've got Zai on the high ground.
They could avoid here.
Maybe Blake's in, gets the party started. Phase shift, though. Goes start clubbing that puck, but they've already lost their Sand Cane, a big part of their team fight removed from the equation. Dodging the Avalanche. Zai continues to frustrate the side of LGD, chasing out PPD. Meanwhile, LGD looking at retaliate, but a good silence. Prevents the follow-up here for the Nyx. Has to defensively cold embrace. Toss. Keeps on smacking. PPD, though, getting off some good spells here. Now the coil coming through. They might lose the Tiny. Gets frozen. FY desperately trying to back off, and now the Eclipse coming through. Can they bring down the Dusa? This would be a huge kill, but CCNC too tanky. They don't have that follow-up disable they need, and the trees Optic trying to TP out. Can't believe it, but PPD's gonna get away. So too.
Oh,
no, Zai won't be so lucky.
That would have been absolutely like crushing for LGD.
That was pretty bad for LGD. It could have been a complete catastrophe.
Yeah.
I mean, they got kited so badly that fight.
It's
they
so
had
hard to play
vision and
Tiny.
everything. They had the ward on the high ground. They knew exactly where Optic were waiting. And
Oh, another death for Yao.
yeah, Yao was the one who just kind of ran in and died that fight with.
And he
Optic on
was
the high
actually,
ground.
he was pretty
How close
close
is
to
he?
Blink. He's got
No, he's like
1,300 now.
Yeah, wow. That's so.
Probably delays it like 2-3
Yeah,
minutes
like,
at least.
Yeah, it's gonna delay not only him but like the whole pace of the game for them.
So
Like-
maybe he's going for more of a scaling build on the Tiny. He's going for the Echo Saber next. I think he needs to be damage dealer in this game because of how behind the Luna is.
It's just tough in a proper team fight to really do any hitting. You know, if you're
I
the
will
Tiny.
say, like, I've played a few pubs where like I'm like a 6-slotted Tiny, and I literally can't kill a Medusa. Like I can't take off more than a quarter of her health.
It is really hard.
That hero's damage is like really like flat. Like even though you build these like Echo Sabers, like these items that do make you do more damage, like Medusa's HP increases much faster than you. I see CCNC goes this SNY on Medusa a lot.
He does. He did it at Asus as well when he played the hero. That's just his build.
It's like an all-around farm item, I guess. Just the mobility, tankiness.
Stats, yeah, stats and movement speed. You're quick. You can farm around the map better.
And she outranges the 2 LGD carries. That's where the Sanj proc can be pretty nice.
Oh, yeah, that's
when
true.
you actually playing against like Luna Tiny.
Absolutely.
Great synergy with the bonus move speed from being an edgy hero.
Oh,
The race car build.
that extra 12 move speed.
Hey, that adds up.
It actually does.
It adds up.
It does make a difference.
Uh-oh.
Race car Dusa in
Oh,
the
he got the
house,
9.
just waltzes in mid. Plenty of time to kill.
I think that might have, like, those kind of changes actually help heroes like Dusa and Morphling a ton. Morphling's actually like 20 move speed faster than he was last patch because of all the agi he has.
It's for certain ones. I've seen it on Juggernaut too. It makes a difference. It's
Yeah.
like Jug, it's like, oh, I'm just out of range to spin, but now you get that 4 movement speed early, and you catch them.
Certain heroes, you know, Slark still doesn't help very much.
Yeah.
You always count on you to bring up the Slark
Yeah,
BSJ.
he feels bad then.
We had a Kingwin Slark winning.
I
Yeah,
saw
they did, they
there was
did.
a Slark.
That was a really good Slark game,
yeah.
though. Lone Druid and Bad are both really weak to Slark.
The Morphling count. You wish.
Yeah.
Is under attack.
Wish it had a purpose.
Oh, tier 2 here does drop Optic. A little
Takes
more
the
map
Mystic
control.
Snake.
I see.
Steel,
I
yeah.
see. It's like there's so much variety between that one. I see
Yeah.
some teams exclusively take attack speed. Other teams always go for the Mystic
I
Steel.
feel like the Mystic Snake Steel is like so much. It's like 20% base, and now you like increase it by 15. It's 35% of their mana.
But 30 attack speed's also a lot.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I'm saying, like,
you
both
it's
of them are
hard to get
good.
it's hard to get attack speed as these type of heroes, especially if you're going phase boots. Like you don't have treads.
Especially if you're literally your entire game is spent attacking. So
Yeah. I talked to Sunbee, like Secrets coach, and he was actually like very adamant about always taking the attack speed.
just for the farming.
Hey, you're
Yeah.
you're against the Nyx, so I guess like on the one hand you help keep your mana pool buffed up. On the
Yeah.
other, he's getting to punish you more with the mana burn.
There's no like particular hero on LGD that like he needs to soak mana from. He just values it for himself.
Yep.
He's so farmed.
He is quite far. Tiny's keeping up though, and now Luna is starting to
Yeah, Luna is coming back.
do its job with the Mask of
All these
Madness.
cores that are popular this patch just farm really fast.
Well, CK is actually
Oh,
right
look-
there too.
Yeah.
Look at the talent he took as well. Do you
The
see
Wow.
that?
Lucent Beam
Tiny
cooldown.
Lucent Beam cooldown.
I've
Did he
never
really?
seen that.
He took it over the
I'm
Lunar
actually
Blessing.
pretty certain he knows like he cannot walk into fights other
It's-
than using his
I
ult.
think he might just go eggs.
It's the
Yeah, he's
nuclear,
100% going
nuclear
Axe.
Luna
I
build.
Like I know he
Yeah.
did it literally in a pub yesterday against a Medusa, and I saw him like shred the Medusa.
The crazy, but the thing
That's
is, like
hype.
with the Axe build, you don't normally still get the Lucent Beam cooldown.
I
because
didn't. I
you
have
don't
not
need it,
seen
yeah.
that. That is true.
I've seen the Axe build, but it's still always with the Lunar Blessing.
Yeah,
after.
Lunar Blessing damage is usually
It's a
so
lot.
good.
I mean,
yeah.
24 damage. That's pretty much a 24 damage talent.
If you had
right?
24 damage talent, that would be good.
To
But
you
you're
and your
getting- Yeah,
team.
but now you're giving it your entire team. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really rare one that I don't see picked up.
There is the Blink Dagger now, and yeah, and they're gonna unveil it with a quick, clinical kill on
Yeah,
Zai.
Punk's gonna have a rough game.
Yeah.
He's gonna start having to play really scared.
They have so much burst, so much catch. Got the Nyx to worry about running around.
Yeah, when you have 3 heroes, you have to concern yourself with it.
Oh, another pickoff for LGD, starting to rack these up, and the buyback comes through from Zai. Can they punish the Tiny, get a kill? Coil's gonna break it.
Wait, does that reduce the
Rogue
time
disappear.
that
Wait,
the coil?
yeah,
Yeah,
he just
it
walked
wore
out. Like,
off.
he was still affected by coil, but it looked like he just.
I think
No,
it just
no,
wore off a little fast.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Because of
the
the
time that
status
he gets,
resistance, yeah.
the time that he actually gets coiled for, like, is lower. He
I
was
actually,
only-
I have not seen that one
I've
happen.
not
He,
either.
he knew it. He
Yeah,
timed it,
he
right?
was
there.
coiled for like
guess.
3
He's like, I'm
seconds.
out of here, guys. You can't cage
It's
the
supposed
beast.
to last what, like 7 or 8 seconds?
It's a really long time. now
Yeah,
with
that
the
was
coil.
like did not seem like a long enough time.
That was okay.
They get the puck. They get another kill. They lose 2 supports, but they force out the buyback.
That seems worth it for LGD.
Yeah.
Oh, that
let
seems
not-
not worth it. for LGD.
Maybe more even trade now, but Puck's buyback is a pretty big
Yeah, I
hit.
think both teams are okay with that outcome.
Neither team loses any big heroes. No Medusa, Luna, Tiny kills.
Puck's
They
gonna do
bolt back
Puck
to kill
things.
the Tiny. That's
Yeah.
why the Puck buys back there, is because the Tiny kill makes it.
Yeah, you're
worth it.
right.
You're
you're
not
right.
buying back to kill a Nyx.
And then he realizes his coil only lasts 3 seconds.
Yeah, jeez.
He goes Manta on Tiny
Yeah.
for the silence and I guess all the AA spells.
The
too.
cold feet, yeah.
Yeah.
He's under fire.
It's like he's gonna get crowd controlled and Kaiden a lot, and you don't really want to build BKB on Tiny because of status resistance. It's like defeats the purpose of your heroes.
There's been a
sometimes.
few fights where the Night Stalker would just silence him and it would delay an avalanche coming out, but
Manta's nice.
If they end up having to split push, it'll help a little bit.
That's true as well.
A prize.
I'm telling you, against playing Tiny against Deuce is absolutely miserable. If they win this game, it's on the back of on Ame for sure. Which he's
BKB.
coming back and he has good net worth. So.
And me, right?
Oh, you jinxed it.
And, I
They
mean,
And me,
find
because
him.
I picked OG.
Silence.
damn it.
Down he goes.
That's a fog prediction right there.
Oh, the gank squads are having a fantastic
Oh, there
time
you
as
go.
Pycat's going to get battered.
Arcane Rune Tiny. Scary hero.
Still haven't taken this tier 1, but that may be changing. In the meanwhile, mid lane, they move straight in onto the Wyvern and get shredded by that tag team. And the puck
They got
of
disengaged.
Zai moving forward. Is it Yao's been the man culled from the herd? Can they focus him down? They'll slow him, get the urn on him, and silence him up. And it should be another kill. Just Optic able to outmaneuver LGD a bit as they'll bring down 3 in the end.
TBD did like a really good job of canceling his blink constantly there.
TCC is about to hit level 20. So as we know, we love that talent.
Yeah, triple his mana pool. I mean, you know, double.
Double his mana pool, and then when you get Scotty, you triple it.
Yeah, effectively. 2,000 mana. It's so ridiculous. The EHP on that hero for like the items she gets. The Midas is up and running.
There's
On
the
there.
Axe.
Yep.
He didn't complete the Manta. I was a little bit off. I said BKB Manta. But he elects that I mean, the Axe, like, he can't run in on Luna.
Yeah.
Even, like, when CK gets level 20, he has the Reality Rift to pierce his spell immunity, so, like, well, I guess he's a little ways off. He's
Oh,
only
wow,
level
he's only level 14.
Yeah, he's under-leveled, actually. I didn't realize that. He's going BKB himself, but once he has that Reality Rift pierce spell immunity, Luna can't walk into fights. Like, at all. But she's actually got a while. I didn't realize she was level 14.
Yeah, the Cold Embrace is not necessarily going to save you with the nuke damage and the AA ult to worry about.
Absolutely.
PPD will be hunted here by FY. Struggled to really find those openings on the Nyx. Will get that one Vendetta hit out, and even then,
Sending a message.
Saksa in position to punish. They're going to follow this up with an Epicenter. Okay, never mind.
Bottom tower is under
Saw the Night Stalk, right? Looks like he just didn't want to blink in and go for it.
Probably a wise decision considering where that fight would have taken place.
I didn't like the positioning of the fight.
And Optic didn't even see it.
They go tower
can't
and they
punish
took the
pinged-
Ancient.
They
This-
pinged it.
Oh,
Optic,
did-
I think they
oh,
saw the
Op-
pulses. They saw the pulses on the
they
low
saw the
ground.
pulses?
I think so, because they were pinging it. They mass
Okay.
pinged
Yeah,
it.
they're running at LGD now, knowing that that ultimate is down.
That's big.
Moving forward onto QQQ. Almost brought down. They get the stun up though. The Ice Blast not going to connect. Just debuffs a few heroes. The Luna engaging with the Eclipse raining down, but it's just hitting the CK illusions.
He, has
He got
level 20 on
stone-gazed.
Deuce, so.
Yeah, he got stone gazed as well.
Get QQQ as well here. Tries to stay alive a little bit longer, but the Cold Embrace not going to salvage this as they now cage the Tiny. Maybe with the Avalanche on the retreat, but still hunting him in pursuit of Zai. Saksa there. The coil wasn't even used yet. Now committed, immediately snaps. He'll quickly retreat, but not going to make it away. It looks like blinking forward, pulled back into the Reality Rift and into certain death.
It's a monster kill streak too
That's
for Podcat.
Both carries
That's
down.
so huge for him. He does not. He's like his farm speed is much slower than the other cores. So the fact that he's keeping up with them shows you like how much pressure the Luna is under.
Yeah, that's the first showing of the BKB, and Luna dies instantly.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like he can't actually walk in. He like needs the X.
That's the kind of fight that feels like, from the past few tournaments, like a recurring problem for LGD. They find themselves in these bad fights and late game situations where like they just need to cut their losses there.
Yeah.
Like they took the tier 1, they stole the Ancient stack. Someone's going to die, but they didn't need to lose 4 heroes there.
Yeah.
Like that first hero gets caught out, just let like a support Nyx or Sankey throw away their life so everyone else can retreat, and you're fine with that.
Yeah, they've had a couple sloppy fights on LGD. Like last game, they had the one where I thought Morphling would like never fight the Huskar, and then 13 minutes in, the Huskar just gets.
Roche already down. Now they're going to engage. They'll get PPD.
Big
But the Age is claimed by CC&C, so the Deuce already hard to kill once. Now you got to do it twice. They'll find that Night Stalker looking for a secondary kill. Lucent Beam comes through, but the CK damage, look at him, he just pulls them back in. Cleaves his way through them with that giant sickle of his. Pycat, though, pretty low with the BKB wearing off. They'd love to chase him out, but Optic score the Roshan as well. And in the end, we'll be able to get their key heroes away to safety.
It's a farming Aegis for sure. Medusa's
Yeah.
gonna pull way ahead of the Luna.
I think Optic's very happy with the situations that are happening. They're ahead in a good margin. I mean, the Nyx assassin we see walks in. I think the mana burn actually doesn't really do too much because you get plus 800 mana on Deuce.
I mean, he
doesn't
also,
get mana burn.
Yeah.
Stop going Scotty,
None of
too.
that's int.
Yeah, none of
that's
it. I mean, the int is still, it's like 79 int, so you still get hit by like 200 something.
Well, most heroes that have high
mana burn.
mana pools, it's because they have high int gain.
Yeah.
So they get mana burn for more.
But it's
Medusa-
not that
And
much.
she's getting more mana back with
I
the
didn't even
snake,
think about
so-
that. The fact that the 800 mana,
Yeah, you don't
that
care.
might be just like Nyx no longer counters her because of that.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It'd be more balanced if it was just plus a bunch of int.
Plus
Yeah.
60 int.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how much int is 800? That sounds like, geez, that sounds
I
absurd
don't
when you
even
think
think
of how much
60
int.
int gives you the mana. It's like 75 int worth
Yeah,
of
it's
mana.
something like- it's like a lot.
It's ridiculous.
Can you imagine that? You just get hit by another 300 mana burn damage if you had that.
OD with int steal is always hilarious against Nyx. He's 900 damage, dude. He's got. I mean, Nyx is progressing in items, but like he does
So-
nothing to CK, and Puck's
Yeah.
like gonna do her job regardless.
And Deuce is getting, it's absolutely massive. Almost Butterfly finished up.
Medusa can go BKB as well.
I think she has to if the Luna X comes out.
Yeah, and that's, I think, being spotted the point booster at least in the inventory. So
I saw a 6-slotted Medusa die full to 0 to a Eclipse. So like.
I was pretty surprised that he didn't go for like the Manta. I know it's like not really
Just
a
for the-
favorable
yeah,
item.
just for the-
You soak up the Eclipse.
Yeah,
a
that's
lot.
true.
You
Actually,
really
that's a
do.
good point. And especially when he gets the mini stun, just to like even soaking it up so you're not getting like permanent stun.
Yeah.
The last fight, the CK illusions took like all of the damage.
That is true.
They have. I mean, I guess they already do have a bit of that solution for it.
But if
Yeah,
they
I mean,
do
to your
find
point,
the
the
Medusa
illusions are
alone,
really
though,
good.
like usually Medusa's so powerful because you can't even kill her when she's alone.
Ame about to get his level 20
Can
plus
they,
ags.
can they kill CCNC?
Yeah,
This
they
is
can.
an ambitious dive. They get the mana burn off, throwing those glaives forward. The SK stun not going to connect, but the Tiny's there with the toss back straight into the middle of the team. The Lucent Beam him again. This has given Optic time to converge. Now can LGD get out, cut their losses? Tiny to the south, the rest of the team to the north, but they pull back in one. The Wyvern's fallen. They might lose the Nyx as well here. Completely surrounded, gets beaten down, and then the Stone Gaze coming through. 3 die for an Aegis.
I thought for sure that he was just gonna eclipse and then get out. Like I thought that was the plan, and they just took too long to kill her the first time. And
Tried to hold it, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe go for 2 kills,
Yeah,
but
a
that
little
was way too
indecisive there.
ambitious.
She could have even ultied before the Aegis, like pre-Aegis.
no, that's what I was
usage.
saying.
Just
Yeah,
Like
that's
just
what he
kill the
meant,
Aegis with eclipse, then get out. That's what I
Oh,
thought.
make
they
it
were doing.
4.
Oh no, but I'm saying like the Medusa could have just thrown the ulti and survived with Aegis.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
Medusa was clearly baiting them in, knowing that like this is such a bad
You're
fight
right.
for
He did
LGD.
hold on. He did hold on.
Yeah,
to
he
this.
didn't. He had enough mana even after the initial burst came in. So
I mean, I think it's just
Maybe wanted to bait them, you know, it gave his team
yeah.
time to set up.
Yeah.
So.
that was the clear idea, and I think the LGD just such a bad fight for them to go for.
Like
there.
what? He's got 2,000 health, 2,000 mana. His EHP is like well over 5,000, 2 times.
Yeah.
Even if you break Aegis and
Like-
don't have to use Eclipse, it's still a terrible fight because that
Yeah.
Eclipse is not going to win you the subsequent fight.
It's crazy to think like that is true. She literally has 5,000 HP.
It's 5,000
Yeah,
EHP,
'cause you have
and then
60% reduction.
With evasion
yeah.
now.
And with evasion, and then another life. So it's pretty much you're going through 11,000 HP. Which they
Uh-oh.
don't have that
Where's
damage.
the
Bold play by Pycat.
Oh.
TP on cooldown. He's got to blow the Eclipse here. Pycat just going to BKB and continue
Dead
pursuit.
as well.
The puck comes in. Orbing.
That's an axe
Oh, they
eclipse.
can't quite pull him in. Will manage to blink forward.
Oh.
The coil also missing. No way Ame gets out of here. No freaking way he escapes, but it seems he will do just that.
Wow.
Reality Rift's
That
so
was
annoying to get
unexpected.
canceled like that. He got animation canceled on Reality Rift like 3 times. Link CK is really hard to run from. I can't believe you got away there.
And
Yeah.
a puck, for that matter.
Should probably have gotten that kill, but not the end of the world. BKB Aegis, Aegis Eclipse used.
Yep.
They didn't get a tier 3 or anything.
Puck's got Aghanim's now too. That's actually gonna make it so hard for them to run away from this Dusa.
Yeah,
Deuce
Puck
is
Deuce
almost
is pretty
55.
sick actually.
Yeah.
He went MKB on Tiny.
He's got to be. He's
He
got
just
to try
has no place.
something.
I'm telling you, he just has no place in this game. Like past, like once Medusa's this fat, like
Yep.
I don't think we've seen him, like, you know, hit anyone in a team
you
fight
can't.
for some
like,
time.
It's not like it's not like he's playing poorly.
Yeah.
It's
just
not
a
like can you
puzzle.
not hit Dusa, but like when you go on anyone else, Dusa just like stone gazes in front of you, and you're like, you know, what do I do now?
Tough times for LGD. Down 1 game already. Could well be a 2-0 start for Optic.
Yeah, Medusa's almost got the level 25 too. Wonder if he'll go for the extra targets because he has no modifiers.
S and Y proc on the modifier.
Oh yeah, yeah.
AOE S and Y proc, dude. Come on, man.
What is it? 12%? 12% slow?
I think it's a little more than that, right?
13%.
Oh!
Yeah, you were right.
I actually thought it was 14%. To be fair.
Oh,
So
man,
I was
okay.
a little wrong, but
It sounded better to say a little bit more.
yeah, I said it late.
Yeah, I mean
We're good.
LGD.
We're
I
good.
mean they definitely have to like. I mean I don't know how they deal with this Dusa. I don't know what they do.
Yeah.
Does he have another item
I
coming
think
out?
he had Lincoln's queued up before BKB though. There we
okay.
go.
Okay, yeah, he
That makes
recognizes
more
the Luna
sense.
Axe. I'm glad. That's a really important item decision, I think.
The
It's the
Lincoln
only
would
way
be
he
what,
does.
just for like a Winter's Curse or a
Yeah, I
second
mean,
Fire Strike,
yeah,
Mana Burn.
it definitely helps him a lot. But the fact is, it doesn't save him from Eclipse. So.
Yeah.
And that's the only way they kill him is the full Ags Eclipse.
Gonna make a move here on CCNC. FY
He is
starting
a-
it off. But the rest of the team is coming in, buying some time. They're bringing in the Tiny all the way from top. Burrow Strike as well. How much do they commit? BKB from CCNC forced out. Now Yao backing away. Doesn't end up getting frozen by the cold feet. But at the same time, with that Aghanim's ult blown,
I really like these
CCNC
kind of
won't be
games
pursued
for
any
BKB,
further.
because, like,
Yeah.
his
Or
timing
will he?
could be-
Tiny comes in. He wants a piece of the action.
That combo does 0 damage at this point in the game.
CCNC laughs.
Yeah, it's just like one of those things where BKB is an item that it's all how good it is based on like how easy it is to use, and it's just like when Luna Eclipse, I push BKB. That's the only time he's ever gonna BKB. And you saw it there. He definitely
Yeah.
would have died there if he didn't have it. So that's a really good item.
And that's where LGD, if you want to go and do so, you have to use the Eclipse while she's being chain stunned.
Yep. This makes it so hard to play, and they have 4 stabs on on Optic too.
Yep.
Hard game.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, I've felt this Tiny's pain over and over again.
How to tame Medusa.
He's doing a good job though. He is split pushing the side lanes, like making it so Optic can't group up and you know, just 5-man siege their base. It's exactly what he needs to do because he just can't fight them head on. They're not out of this game yet, but their game's definitely hard to win.
Yeah, you can see that in general from the whole LGD squad spreading out a lot and just trying to avoid fights as much as possible. Optic, meanwhile, grouping. Getting close to that high ground push, perhaps.
Yeah, Tiny's in base now, so he's not splitting anymore.
Doing a
I
bit
think
of
they'll wait
dewarding
ages,
here.
though. Let's get that next Roche.
Yeah, I think Optic can just play patient.
If they have 2 lives on Deuce, I don't know how they do anything.
Cheese Deuce is almost like a third
Oh,
life
yeah.
cannon.
I mean, anything that gives it health and mana is just insane.
Yeah.
Almost butterfly finished on Luna.
Doesn't really feel like it's going to change.
Oh, that's one way to try. They're going to toss him back right into the waiting arms of the squad. Then the coil, the BKB, CCNC does get put under right as he stone gazes, and BKB is not too shabby as far as a start of a fight goes to LGD, but do they have the follow-up damage? That's the question. Oh, maybe if he got that toss back, might have just been the Deuce's first life, but can't quite do it. CCNC backing away. Pycat, meanwhile, cleaving right through maybe. Almost brings him down. The Glimmer save. The Manta as well coming into play here.
That's some great guiding from LGD that they don't lose anyone there.
If they got the toss back there, that was the Deuce.
Yeah, that was so close. That creep spawned right then.
They didn't have Eclipse as well. If they had Eclipse, they could have probably thrown on Medusa after the tossback while she was stunned. If not, just use it for the fight.
They were changed on there at the start. They might have been able to burst her.
Yeah.
So Medusa has to play a little bit more scared than that.
I really thought I didn't think Optic would really force it there.
Yeah, I
to be
thought they'd
honest.
wait ages because Medusa's only dying in Eclipse, and that's only can happen once. So I think they'll play. I think they realize now how like vulnerable he is to dying.
Oh, they're in Roche.
Okay.
But maybe LGD will steal that Aegis.
Oh, they smoked straight out of it.
Smoke out of the pit after walking in, hoping that Optic had the vision, but
Full B-fly on Luna.
They're like
They
expecting
could have
a
actually
contest.
taken it, yeah.
They're expecting a contest.
That's-
They're like outplaying themselves.
They're yeah, they're gonna watch this replay and just be
This
kicking
is
themselves a bit.
to quote Luminem, this is so next level. It's previous level in this case.
Oh,
They'll
This
move
is
forward.
not good for LGD. They do not
They're
want
being
to take
scouted
this
now.
fight. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice Docker vision.
Tried to be a little too cute, unfortunately. Optic now going to look to take the fight. They pull in and quickly cleave down FY. Burrow strike to the low ground by the Sand King. He'll have to retreat. And with no Nyx buyback.
I'm pretty
They're
sure they
gonna
just
take-
roached
that's
there.
just the roach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think now they can just take the Roche.
I mean, like, yeah, they could have just
LGD.
roached.
Yeah.
LGD could
And now they can't contest Roche.
Yep.
They didn't have vision though, right? They had no vision. They had no idea where Optic
It was a
really
complete gamble. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's, you know, they basically had to
Yeah.
flip the coin and it didn't work out.
They're going to still try to fight this, actually. Moving on to the Night Stalker. They know the Deuce is not easy kill, but hey, maybe they can get some of these squishier targets. The BKB already committed by Pycat as the Eclipse beams come raining down, but now
Roche
the
soaked up
Eclipse
a lot of the
expended.
Eclipse.
Roche, about half HP, a little less. Optic,
Roche took like 10 Eclipse
Yeah, it
beams
took
there.
a lot of the beams.
oh, they're still chasing the Deuce. She's still got the BKB, though. They would love to bait that out. Doing a good job at preventing a free Roshan for Optic.
It gets hard now. 'cause
Buying time for the Nyx.
Eclipse is down and Deuce has ulti, so
And
Optic can
BKB
just,
still.
like, push out a couple lanes or just walk right back in. They have the 2-minute cooldown of Eclipse.
Optic will go for the full reset. So just back off.
I
Go
think when
back
the
to farming.
BKBs are down, they're still a little concerned. Even though, like,
Yeah.
of course, like you said, the Eclipse is down. Like, they would want to be as safe as possible. They're
Yeah,
not in
gonna
a huge
regen up.
rush.
Yeah, I think if they, I'm saying they have the 2-minute period to get Roche before the Eclipse. I think they'll try to aim for it.
Yeah.
And LGD is obviously concerned, knowing that exactly what we just said. They're going to try to capitalize.
they
on
have
that.
no vision on the map because of this Night Stalker
Yeah,
gem
Night
too.
Stalker is so obnoxious. It's hard to see as a spectator too, because you don't see like both teams. You only see both teams' vision instead of just the one.
Yep.
That Mana Burn does nothing.
Used to going all in, right click damage, not getting a single int item against the Nyx.
Yeah, that's really smart. CCNC plays this hero a lot.
Starting to poke around the Roche, trying to bait LGD in. It looks like they'll get a ward down.
Tiny travels or
It's seen by PPD. Can they punish him in the river? Lucent Beam coming through. The Burrow Strike follow up. The Nyx stunt too, but they push him towards the team where they can safely deal with
Was
him.
that Yao?
yeah, it looked like he
Yeah,
turned
that
the
was
Great
face.
Yao.
force staff there by LGD, just sniping the AA out for 50. Ice
well
Blast
played.
could
That's
be
very well
important in this next fight.
I love those type of
But
plays.
does LGD risk it? Do they go for the Roche themselves?
I
They
think
don't
Optic
have the
can
Eclipse yet.
definitely
Should be
contest
coming up
this.
momentarily. Tiny Starting to club. The Roche is low. Will Optic contest? They move in. They get off the Quill. CCNC pushing his way forward. Stone Gaze, but he gets Burrow Strike. The BKB by Ame tries to turn away from him. No, he still gets turned into Stone. He's able to survive for now, though. Eclipse still not available. Looks like it's pushed away, and maybe now isolated, being corralled, caged, and dealt with. LGD trying to finish out the Manta. Counter Epicenter, they're still going to lose the Tiny, who doesn't have a buyback, out for 70 seconds, and now the Eclipse comes back, but it's far too late. 3 have fallen, probably 4 with the death of the Sand King. Indeed, it will be. And even when they get that clean pick to start, they still can't take the fight.
Medusa Gaming.
Medusa game, and Pycat has a heart too, so he's not really too afraid in these situations, but yeah, Dusa, that's Stone Gaze. Can't do a whole lot once it gets popped.
What did he go for level 20 on CK? I'm always curious.
Pierce immunity.
He went to Pierce immunity? Okay. I expected that, it's just like some people take GPM.
I mean, we thought the Dragon Knight last year would take the
Yeah.
HP thing, and he took the GPM talent.
I think GPM talents are way overrated.
Optic wasting no time in going for the jugular here. Melee Rex about to drop in mid. Quick, close to a 2-0 start.
He's going refresher.
That's LGD.
He knows his only contribution to fights is Eclipse.
Get that 25 refresher, but you're going to be down multiple lanes of racks
at
now.
that point, like, they have Aegis already.
They'll throw the... Should get Night Stalker.
Okay.
Eclipse comes through, grabs them one, but now it's been committed.
That's like the entire use of the core hero, though.
They curse the Chaos Knight, but Optic just going to casually strut away. They need more than this. They're going to push FY into position. Gets off the Yules, goes for that follow-up. Stunned on the CK. He's so tanky in his own right. And they can't commit. Oh, they will. Burrow Strike still going. Still diving deeper. The Tiny comes in from the rear, tries to bring down CCNC. Pycat's back into the fray. Looks like they should be able to deal with the Chaos Knight. Can they even think about a Medusa kill? Zai says no. Using up the Tiny, blinking back to safety. They're going to push him in, just shove that big rock man forward. Keeps on diving, but CCNC far too nimble on the ugly Snake Lady. So they keep the key hero alive.
Sorry, LGD just have to get the 3rd Roche and refresher shot, triple Eclipse.
I think that's actually their win condition. Like,
yeah, I'm on board
all
with that.
memes aside, I believe that is.
Yeah, probably should have said it in a less sarcastic way, because yeah, that is actually possible way back into this game.
Yeah, I mean,
Getting that Roche is hard, though, against Optic.
Yeah.
The Night Stalker, the Deuce around the pit.
it can definitely be nice though, because if they get like Ags on Night Stalker or Ags on the Nyx Assassin too, then they can actually throw mana burns out over and over again on that Dusa. So
it adds up.
better.
If you get mana burner multiple times.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to go for the Deuce, pushing her towards the team, but away from the stun of Yao, who wasn't prepared for that, and he's going to pay with his life. Explodes in the cloud of ice. So you can try to have those big combos to bring the Deuce down.
Yeah, they got tier. I mean, that was the first time LGD's actually like won kind of an engagement.
I like how they're using the Winter's Curse. Every time Deuce BKBs, they're just like, let's just throw this at her. She's not going to die. She's not going to take any damage, but let's just make sure Deuce's BKB is wasted.
Just wait it out.
Mitigate her damage up.
Yeah, and often the BKB is being used with the Stone Gaze as well.
Hey, if they can bait the if they can bait that BKB Stone Gaze with the curse, and then they throw double Eclipse, that's actually like their best way to take the fights.
There's the refresher.
And the curse kind of sets it up because the Medusa is going to be in place, and potentially other heroes locked in with the Medusa.
She will die in Eclipse, so
yeah,
it's definitely viable.
The Hex
debut
as Zai tries to lock down maybe, but he's not stunned for long. Mantas keeps on running and eventually will drop.
Really
he's got no
important they
buyback.
punish that. He's like their only split pusher.
80 seconds.
He's been doing that all game. Now they can just run down.
This could be a second lane.
Yeah, they're going straight bottom.
The double Eclipse. Can it hold the line?
Tough.
They're about to have nighttime too, darkness.
All coming together for Optic to get the critical creep wave advantage.
They still have a couple minutes too on that Aegis.
But the Nyx Ags is here.
Okay. See what he
Good
can make.
stalling lineup.
Yeah, let's see if he can just spam it with Splinter Blast too.
I'm sitting very far back.
Yeah, the range is nice because you can stay away from the gem too with the Nyx.
Yeah.
That's why Burrows gets set up in the trees. Tough position to assault. First stun though, off the mark. They're going to epicenter. Just stalling tactics really with the Eclipse coming through. No, they actually get him once.
Yeah,
Can they kill him a second time? Do they dare try? FY setting up in a more forward position. He gets pushed towards the team. The refresher committed. Trying to lock the Deuce down. Second Eclipse raining through, but CCNC has the BKB and they turn the fight. Winter's Curse committed to try and stall this fight out as long as possible, but the Deuce just keeps on going with the Stone Gaze. The second Eclipse was dealt with, and without the Eclipse, they have no answer for the Deuce. Burrow Strike, but it's not on the key heroes. CK shrugs it off, chasing forward, looking for the second lane Rex. No, they're looking for kills. Diving on the out, they'll kill him off too. 4 have fallen. Probably could be 5 if they keep on chasing. Still backing away, pulling Yao forward. Oh, that crit almost instant kipped him. Pycat in a bit far, but Dusa meanwhile focused on objectives. That will be the second lane claimed by CC and C. LGD might be getting kills, but they are not getting objectives.
Yeah, it's Megas.
And that's Megas.
I think he held on to the Eclipse too long on Ami. You can tell like his hesitation, like thinking Medusa's going to BKB, I want to hold it, but then LGD managed to chain stun him for like 5 seconds, but the Eclipse came out like towards the end of that, so
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
Medusa got BKB off.
I think alternatively they could have also just reset. You know, you take out that Aegis, wait and like just fall back and wait for that like next Nyx stun to come out, the next bar. Like they didn't have Impale or Bar Strike. They should have just probably fallen back and seen if Optic even tried to push.
I think it's like they have to have like the perfect situation just to kill the Deuce, and then CK still has a hard